Okay, you guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to spend just a couple moments. I wanted to talk about overcoming the summertime slump. We know when kids get out of school, our routines all change. All three of my kids are out of school right now. We are now settling into a summer routine, but it took a few weeks to do so. And, let's just talk about that. We'll go around the horn and we'll just give some comments on it. And I'll start. I think some of the strategies that I can help provide to you guys to help you stay more consistent during the summer. As always, my number one strategies are always psychological. And for me, the word is anticipation, right? And you have to anticipate the week and the month and the summer ahead. If you just realize this for a moment with me, take a walk down this street here with me, you have people in your life that get surprised by the most unsurprisable things. Like, oh, it's Jimmy's birthday this month. Man, forgot about that. Oh, I guess we need to eat cake. Oh, there's the charity golf outing next week. I forgot about it. I guess I got to drink 12 beers on the course, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, school's back in the swing of things. Christmas is here. It's Thanksgiving, surprise. We got to anticipate, right? Part of accountability and going inward is anticipation, knowing the road ahead, knowing that your kids' birthdays, they don't change. Your birthday doesn't change. Christmas doesn't change. Like November always houses Thanksgiving. You always have New Year's on January 1st. You always have your dad's birthday in February and Valentine's Day and then St. Patrick's Day. There's always some external reason for you to say, because of this thing, I'm not where I want to be.
Yeah.
Because of that thing, I'm not executing at my highest level that I could. And we use it as a Band-Aid to protect ourselves from having the conversation with ourselves that hurts. The one that's like, hey, this is your fault. You need to look in the mirror and take accountability because you just went for 8 straight months and you killed it. And then you were anticipating every day. And then summer came and you just lost you lost all habit that you were building. And you started to compound and go the opposite way. And in 3 or 4 weeks, you ruined 8 months of physical progress. And that's even longer, even more progress psychologically, because now you become somebody who quits once they get ahead. And this is a cycle that I want us to get out of. The way that you get out of it is by anticipating the future. Anticipation is your superpower. And if you know the road ahead, if you aim high, they teach you in driving school when our kids first learn how to drive. I know I was taught this. You don't look down right above the steering wheel, right in front of you at the yellow line. You aim high. You look as far down the road as you possibly can look down the road. So that way you can see all the obstacles coming and have an opportunity to maneuver and manipulate your way around them so you don't get hurt. Mm-hmm. So you don't run into something, so you don't have to have the pain of getting in an accident.
Yeah. And it's knowing what tools you have in your toolkit too, because it's going to look different. You anticipate, okay, it's summer. My routine's going to change. What do I have that's going to help me through this? We've got burn on demand. I know I do those a lot more in the summer, especially when we've got summer camp going on, or, I'm working from home certain days, or I'm on vacation, or I just know that, okay, summertime, I'm getting more outside activity during the summer than I will be in the gym, but I know that I need to crank it up a notch. So if I wasn't able to make it, I'm going for the sun doesn't set until 9:00.
Yeah.
I'm taking my kids out and I'm running them ragged. 1, because they need to go to bed. But 2, I'm like, okay, well, I didn't get to work out as much as I had anticipated this week because we're on vacation. So I'm going to go for a longer walk, or I'm going to go play some fun games with my kid. I'm going to bounce on the trampoline. I'm going to do X, Y, Z. And it's just knowing, it's anticipating, but then knowing what other things I can do to help basically supplement the workout that I may or may not be missing.
Yeah, 100%. My husband and I, we sit down at the beginning of every week too, and we talk about even to the moment of when are you working out this week? Because that's also another layer of accountability for me. And then I'll even message my burn friend group, and I'm like, okay, when are you working out? Can you hold me accountable to showing up for myself? Because, I do think in the summer, it's really easy to get in that mindset. It's we are outside more. So the first thing that can go is my camp or is my workout or taking care of myself, which is why Burn On Demand really helps to keep me accountable. If I can't make it to camp or if I need to work from home for the day because of all the busy camp schedules, showing up for myself in that way. So I think that layer of accountability, and I think when we're talking about food choices too, it's being really intentional with like planning out meals. Like if we have a really busy day, okay, we're not going to just go out to eat and grab fast food. We're going to plan now for that really busy day. And we're going to plan, are we going to make a really heavy meal on Tuesday and have leftovers for Wednesday? Or am I going to throw something in the crock pot and I'm going to make, a healthy light meal for my family? So I think, yes, tools in your toolbox, looking far ahead, and then really even drilling down into the week and working with the people and your community to help you to be accountable and then to help show up with you in those spaces and be really intentional in your planning, even in the day to day. Like I live by a calendar. I have breaks planned out. I have clarity breaks planned out. I have like when my kids have gymnastics, I have when they're going to have snack, which probably seems a little crazy, but it's the kind of routine that I thrive on. And I know if I don't have that, if I'm not looking ahead, if I'm not diving deep into the day, then I'm going to fall off the bandwagon. And that's not going to help anybody, because when I'm overwhelmed, my family's going to feel it. My husband's going to feel it. I'm not going to show up in the way that I want to in my life for my coworkers or my children. And I know when I take those extra moments to be really prepared, look ahead, and then drill in and lean on my people, lean on my village and my tribe when I need help, then I can show up for myself better. And I think things like the Streak Challenge, things like the app, prioritizing my workouts for me is super important because it's more about physical health. It's a lot about mental health for me. And I know that I'm better when I show up for myself. So a lot of how I plan my days are around when I'm working out. And if it's not being in the gym, it's being with Burn On Demand. And that's totally fine. And that's how I show up for me. And my favorite part about Burn On Demand is I get to involve my family. Like they're involved with me in the gym, but they jump out and work out. Everyone's looking for dumbbells. How can I get a water bottle and make that a dumbbell, right? And that is one of my favorite parts. It brings my favorite part of my world into the part that makes me so happy as a person and drives my passion. And I just needed to plug that in because Burn On Demand has been a key driver for how I continue to take care of me and bring my family in to show them what healthy and happy looks like.
Mm-hmm. And I think to your point on nutrition, it's funny. I find my grocery list will fluctuate in the summertime. I find myself being like, okay, it's grill season, baby. What can we throw on the grill? I'm like, it's all veggies more often than not, and then some sort of meat. And so I'm like, there we go. Yes. Easy, simple. Easy. It will take all of maybe 10, 15 minutes to between prepping it and then throwing it on the grill, and then it's ready for dinner. Yes. So it's quick, it's simple, it's healthy, it's easy. And the family gets to be involved and be outside. And it's one of those things where it's those little simple fixes or tweaks that you can make to allow yourself some simpler
You meal
times.
prepping, Bryce?
Someone in my family is meal prepping. Our family is meal prepping. Should have put it that way. But you guys are going to hate me for saying this, but summer is not tougher for us just because your guys' kids are all young. We've got an 18-year-old and a 13-year-old. And so things actually slow down when school activities, school sports, that's what with club sports as well. But that's my summer. Right? When we're in the peak of those things, when we're talking about anticipation and planning, it's just really when you're busy, and this season for particular people can be the busiest part of their life. And one thing that I like that you touched on, Deej, summer for me, on top of it not being the busy season of life, it's also motivating. Days are longer, the weather's starting, as someone who did Burn On Demand this morning in my garage on the TV, when it's December and I'm doing that, it's 40 degrees in my garage. So there's some motivating factors to the summer, as well as what are you doing in the summer? Getting out to the lake, things are more active, days are longer. You're just getting a little bit more vitamin D, going for a run. You're saying, hey, I what can I go do right now? 10 minutes of going for a jog. Sometimes I even like when it's 95 degrees and you just go for a 10-minute run and you just feel like you just worked out for half a day because it's
you're sitting on the sun.
Yeah.
Drenched in sweat.
There's some positive things there that if there's anything to find to kind of get you a little bit more hype in a tough situation, that's great. And then the other thing that this is just how I think sometimes is I'm certainly not on the spectrum of people who are like Elon Musk running Tesla, SpaceX, X, all different companies, or the family person, who's CEO of a Fortune 500 company and the best mom or dad, or, you know, whatever. I'm not on that spectrum of just all those demands on my time. But when you look at somebody who does it well and they anticipate and they plan and they hit their health goals and they're doing all those, it shows you that it's possible, right? So their summer, it could just be, that's their everyday. And so if you're looking at them, they're anticipating, they're planning. And so for me, that just helps me. If I see somebody else doing it, then I can't tell myself it's impossible because I've seen someone else, they're doing it, right? So it's just a matter of, what do I need to do? Where am I not planning? Where am I not anticipating? And I don't, right? Like sometimes I don't. And I got to give myself grace. But today was a day where you're saying, you know, I've got to plan around my workouts. I'm going to the airport tonight. Like I've got meetings all day. I've got this and I'm going to the airport. If I didn't work out this morning, there was no place to get that workout. So I knew Wednesday morning I'm hitting this workout. And if I don't, then I can't. So it was in anticipation. So sorry to say that. You guys are probably like, well, it must be nice. Like you got a kid driving and, you know, that kind of stuff. But still planning and anticipation, I would say, is my biggest tip.